I'm with Chen, EVP of Strategy and Growth at ClearCapital. Kenon, great to catch up. We have so much to talk about, so little time. So we're going to cut right to it here. You and I talking a little bit earlier about the idea of like the modernization around property valuation. It's a little poem. Hopefully it's a sweet something. Tell me more about what this is and what it means to you.
Well, first of all, I'm glad that I get to talk to you because this is my highlight of Blueprint to actually like be on Nate's show. Like that's really all I want. Actually, we can just leave at this point. No, but for monetization, we've been exploring this topic a bit because we've been pursuing some very specific ways to modernize valuation to make it more digital, more data-based, more objective, in the approach. But I think what's really needed right now is to expand the definition of modernization to be, a holistic approach, which means that it's not just about the actual valuation products and what we do there and the methods we do, but we need to generate better data. We all know that there's inherent challenges, within the current data sources that are fueling our AI-driven models that are fueling the analysis that's happening for real estate decisions. So we've been investing a lot in digital capture through our Kubicasa and products and generating better data up front. We like to call it ground truth. So that's a lot of it is like better data fueling better models, which then fuels better decisions.
I feel like there's a marketing campaign in there using ground truth of some sort of tagline. As we're talking about data, of course, the elephant in the room, AI, try not to be too sarcastic about it, but does an AI solve all this? Can't you just plug in chat through some Zapier connection and it rearranges the data and organizes it? I'm assuming the answer is no, and if so, then what are you guys thinking about? How are you leveraging AI when approaching some of these challenges?
Well, I think it's still important to always distinguish what are we talking about when we say AI. When you think about machine learning, deep learning, those techniques have been pretty embedded in what we've been doing since 2017, and we're dealing with the quantitative aspects of it, right? Probability of predictions. All of that has proven results to improving accuracy, improving efficiency. And now, of course, with generative AI, there's a lot of great opportunity there on the qualitative side, but it's still early days. But I think we need to split the two up because there's different controls around those techniques that would allow us to use it confidently and in a way that's actually going to produce better results.
I appreciate that. Last thing I want to cover here, this is going to be a little bit dated news by the time we release this, but we're going to capture the moment. Fed rate cut announced today. You called it yesterday. You actually said, I'm going on record, that Kenon predicted how this would go down. Talk to me about what this means for the industry. Is this really that big of news? Is it that great? Is this just kind of like a small chip? How's this going to affect things, and what are you thinking about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a sigh of relief here at least at Blueprint. It's actually fun to like be here while that's happening to get different people's reactions. But I mean, there's an interesting balance that we're still fighting, right? Which is that we're in a low supply market historically. Mm-hmm. We're still seeing home price appreciation. Our latest report, I think, is 5.7% appreciation year over year. And so as we create more demand, perhaps with lower rates, we're going to see that continue. But there's a lot of optimism and hope too. I think that we're kind of entering the next stage, if you will, of the market and have some good momentum going into next year.
Final question: are we going to see 5% mortgage rates this year?
I don't think so. I mean, that would be great, but. We're at right around 6%, at least after this morning. We'll see what happens after the cuts. But if we can dip down into the fives, there's if we get to 5.5%, there's some 7 million homeowners that would be in the money, if you will, mortgage holders would be in the money. Mm-hmm. And that'd be great to give people a chance to, first of all, buy with confidence now, knowing that they could refi in the future, but also people that have mortgages at 7% plus, give them a chance to refi.
We'll check back with you when the numbers come in at the end of the year. Kenon, always a pleasure. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much.